Have you ever wondered how your business could thrive without relying so heavily on Google, Facebook, Amazon, or Apple? How you can build more human connections with your customers in an age of AI? That's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. And it's something I've been thinking about for a long time. So long, in fact, that it's now a book. This week, I am beyond thrilled to share just some super exciting news. My new book, Digital Reset Driving Marketing and Customer Acquisition Beyond Big Tech, is launching very soon. But more important than the book itself is what it represents for you and your business. I promise you that today's episode is not a pitch. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love it if you read the book when it's out. But more importantly, today's episode is a conversation about why the ideas in this book matter for your business right now. And I want to talk about how you can put these ideas to work and build your business to bypass big tech. Are you ready to hear more about how? Cool, let's dive in. For years, big tech platforms have made it easy, maybe too easy, to reach customers. I mean, organic search and organic social were effectively free advertising for your business for a long time. That's a really cool thing that we can look back on fondly. But we're looking back on it fondly because that ship has sailed. That is no longer the case. Where are we now? I've talked for some time about how increased ad loads on Google and Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, along with reduced or more expensive targeting, as well as their ever changing algorithms, have made that game unsustainable. You've heard me say it again and again. Gatekeeper's gonna gate. They're going to charge you tolls for access to customers, your own customers, every time they can. As if they wanted to prove my point, there was a bunch of research released just this past week that talked about how Google's new AI overviews hurts click through rates from Google to the sites that they are quote unquote linking to. Do I sound shocked? No, of course not. This is where we've been heading for a long time. This is nothing new, and it's not going to get any better anytime soon unless you do what's necessary to make it better. Fundamentally, this is a question about whether you own your customer relationships or if you just rent them from big tech. I know which one I would choose. I'm going to quote Search Engine Land here for a moment and share that the studies that I just mentioned include Ahrefs data that shows a 34.5% lower average click through rate for the top ranking page compared to similar informational keywords without an AI overview. Data from AMSIV that shows a click through rate decline of 15.5% on average when AI overviews are on the page. Similar web data that shows 20% fewer clicks on search results with AI overviews. That's massive, right? We're talking about at least a 15% decline and as much as a 35% decline. SEO Roundtable also highlighted two other studies that said very similar things in February. So, that's not great. We're also seeing clients who have ranked better in Google's organic search over the last 12 months and actually getting more impressions who have also seen clicks decline. Why? Say it with me now. The increased ad loads and the increased use of AI overviews in Google's search results. We see very similar realities from social. If you want to add to the fun, have you seen that Google is getting its ass kicked in two different federal antitrust trials right now? If you're like most businesses, you're probably getting somewhere between 40% and 70% of your traffic from organic search, paid search, maps, meta search, and all the other search products on Google. And if that's true for you, anything that hurts their business is going to hurt yours too. This is literally the opposite of a win win scenario. In this case, if Google succeeds in court, if they manage to keep, the courts from breaking the pieces and letting them do whatever they want, you're going to get fewer clicks. You're going to have to pay more for the clicks you get because of Google's increased use of AI. And if Google loses in court or in the marketplace, you're going to get fewer clicks because of their reduced market presence. Neither of those is what you'd call good. By contrast, owning your customer connection via email, your website, your app, your CRM drives greater control, it drives greater revenues, and it drives greater profits. We see this again and again with both clients and with other companies we talk to. If I connect this back to the book, to Digital Reset, one of the first things I break down in the book is how businesses can regain control of the customer experience working to escape big tech's web, and how that becomes a virtuous cycle for you and your business over time. Think about it. Your customers always are looking for the same thing. They're looking for value. They're looking for trust. They're looking for connection. I've said forever that content is king and customer experience is queen. Using digital to enhance your customer's experience builds long term loyalty and lifetime value. Put simply, if your digital strategy doesn't improve your customer's experience, if you don't use content and customer experience to improve that customer experience, it's absolutely not improving your business. Ultimately, direct revenue isn't just about profit margins, though. It's about resilience. It's about breaking you free from big tech's web and making you not so dependent upon them. Your content helps position you as a trusted resource for your customers. Think about it. If you don't have content, you don't show up in search. If you don't have content, you and your customers have nothing to share on social. If you don't have content, you don't have anything you can send in an email. If you don't have content, AI tools can't find you or reference you or recommend you to their users. No content equals no search. No content equals no social. No content equals no email. No content equals no presence in answer engines. This isn't just about SEO. It isn't just about social. It's about building a presence all across your customer's day to day experience. As I say in the book, content is your company's 24 by 7 by 365 salesperson and your 24 by 7 by 365 customer service rep. Content is the first connection for potential customers with your company. You need to put that salesperson and put that customer service rep to work for your business. Or you can expect to lose your customer's business, possibly forever. Now, the book, Digital Reset, goes deeper into each of these topics. And if you've been nodding your head while listening today, I think you'd really get a lot out of it. We're just a couple of weeks out from the book dropping. I will be sharing more in our next episode, along with a sneak peek of what else you can find there. But what I'd love for you to take away from today's discussion is, as I say in the book, big tech are the gatekeepers in today's business environment. More importantly, they plan to charge you a toll, a tax, every time customers connect. Put simply, gatekeepers gonna gate. Gatekeepers and the tolls they collect are one of the biggest threats your businesses faces right now. You want to own the connection with your customer, not just pay an ever-increasing rent to big tech. Content and customer experience are two keys to helping you escape big tech's web. And you can think about how you do marketing and how you do customer acquisition beyond big tech. Because ultimately, that's what your digital reset is all about. I hope you're willing to join us on this journey. I hope you're willing to, hang with us as we go through this over the next few weeks and all. I think it's going to be a really fun ride, and I'm looking forward to having you with us as we do it. Now, looking at the clock on the wall, we are out of time for this week. I'm willing to bet that you might know someone who would benefit from what we've talked about today. Are you thinking of someone? Why not send them a link to the episode? Be sure to let them know what you think, too. You can also find the show notes for this episode 458, as well as an archive of all of our past episodes by going to timpeter.com/podcast. Again, that's timpeter.com/podcast. And, of course, be sure to like and subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Thank you so much for listening today. This show would not happen without you. I'll be back with a new episode next week. And until then, please be well, be safe, and as the saying goes, be excellent to each other.